Well, Alexa, from outside the White House, where people held up signs to say thank you, Joe, to all across Connecticut, the reaction to the president's historic decision has been swift and mostly supportive.
Let's be very clear. This decision was selfless and strong. He put the country first.
Senator Richard Blumenthal met with reporters in New Haven Sunday afternoon to weigh in on the race for the White House.
Joe Biden's decision is seismic as a selfless, strong reaffirmation of his own courageous leadership, but also his passing the torch to a new generation.
The senator stopping short of an endorsement, but says Vice President Harris is fully capable of doing the job and is at the top of his list. Representative Jim Himes, who was the first Democratic leader in Connecticut to call for President Biden to withdraw from the race, released a statement in part saying, quote, President Biden has a remarkable legacy, going on to say that Biden is, quote, putting our nation before his personal interests and has now secured that legacy to the ages. Governor Lamont also offering a similar sentiment, saying Biden's top priorities like the economy, fixing neglected infrastructure, and access to health care has made, quote, an enormous difference here in Connecticut. Connecticut House Republican leader Vincent Candelora says it's a decision that was no surprise.
It was not a complete surprise seeing it. It is, highly unprecedented, I think, what we're seeing in this campaign. And for me, it just raises a lot of questions.
Candelora says this is something that the American people should hear directly from the president, not by scrolling on social media.
And we haven't seen this man in a number of days. And I think it would have been better for him to do this in front of a camera and maybe in front of some media so these questions could be answered.
Candelora says many Republicans now question if Biden should stay in office for the rest of his term.
This was not a time, I think, for him to go into hiding after we saw the assassination attempt on President Trump. And then for him to just abruptly issue this statement, you are now concerned at his ability to continue to serve through January.
But Blumenthal disagrees.
It is completely graceless and unfortunate that at this moment some Republican leaders are stooping and going in a race to the bottom, apparently. This process will be open and orderly and responsive to the delegates and to all Americans who elected them.
Now, voters who we spoke to today say they support the president's decision, but they're eager to see who the nominee will be come November. Reporting in studio, Jake Garcia, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.